Hello there, and welcome to Sleep Science 360. I'm so glad you found your way here tonight. Maybe your day felt long, or maybe you're the kind of person who drifts more easily into sleep when your mind is filled with quiet cosmic thoughts rather than loose memories of the day. Either way, this space is yours now. A place where the noise settles, the breath softens, and the night opens gently around you. Your body begins to loosen. Your breathing grows slow and warm, and you feel just a little lighter, as if the world has loosened its hold, because tonight, we aren't simply looking at the stars. We're easing into the deepest calm that astronomy can offer. A calm shaped by light that has crossed millions of years of darkness just to reach you. Starlight travels farther than any memory and still arrives in perfect silence. Astronomy becomes a doorway here, not a lesson, but a slow unfolding, a way of feeling how the universe moves, breathes, and glows, all without hurry. And as the night settles around you, you drift into the quiet truth behind the sky above you. A sky woven from ancient light, drifting dust, and the gentle pull of gravity guiding everything into its place. Softly, slowly, endlessly. The night stretches out wide and quiet, and there is a softness to the air that seems to cradle every breath. Light drifts from distant stars, traveling through the vacuum at about 3,000,000 kilometers each second, brushing gently against the edges of your awareness. You can rest now, slow and low. The first thing the night reveals is how deeply time is woven into the sky above us. Each star you've ever seen is an echo of a moment long gone, some of them shining from hundreds of light years away, others from thousands. Their glow left its home before many of our oldest stories were ever spoken. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Somewhere beyond the thin blue layer of our atmosphere, starlight slips through space without sound. Photons move unstopped through emptiness, carrying with them the quiet memory of their origins. A curiosity begins to shimmer how many of these tiny pulses have crossed the dark to reach a resting place in your gaze tonight. It's okay to drift. The universe expands a little more with every passing second. Not dramatically, not in any way you could feel only by a few millimeters between galaxies each year, yet over 13.8 billion years, that gentle widening has created everything we know. This simple fact brings a sense of ease. The largest motions in existence unfold in silence at a pace slower than thought. Below that vastness, your breath continues its soft descent, lengthening at the edges like a wave rolling back into a calm sea. You can rest now. Astronomy teaches something subtle here. It reveals that even the grandest structures, galaxies with hundreds of billions of stars, move in slow arcs shaped by gravity's gentle pull. The Milky Way itself turns once every 230 million years, a rotation so slow that no human will ever feel its motion. Yet, it continues steady, as a heartbeat written across cosmic time. In the quiet between stars, you are remembered. Dust also drifts through our galaxy, forming long lanes of shadow that stretch for thousands of light years. Each grain is ancient, often older than our sun, forged in the dying breaths of stars that lived and faded long before Earth formed. These particles float like suspended memories, gathering over millions of years into clouds dense enough to create new suns. Somewhere light continues to travel. A soft comfort rises from this thought creation in the universe is rarely sudden. New stars take tens of millions of years to form, collapsing slowly out of these drifting clouds. In their centers, temperatures climb until hydrogen ignites in quiet fusion, producing the warm, steady light that fills our skies. It's okay to drift. The universe breathes in cycles, long stretches of stillness, followed by slow transformation. Starlight is simply the surface glow of a process older than memory. What reaches your eyes tonight may have begun as a whisper inside a cloud of dust and gas before life existed on Earth. You can rest now, soft and low. There is a gentle truth hidden inside astronomy. Nothing in space rushes. Even the fastest events, like supernovae, take thousands of years to prepare their luminous endings. When they finally release their brilliance, the light can race across tens of thousands of years before finding a quiet moment here, brushing the edges of your awareness. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Gravity continues its patient work everywhere. It shapes the orbits of planets, the spin of moons, the tides that rise against our shores. Earth moves around the sun at roughly 30 kilometers each second. Yet the motion is so smooth, so constant, that you feel none of its speed. Drift with it. It's okay to drift. The planets, too, have their quiet stories. Jupiter's storms swirl for centuries at a time. Saturn's rings stretch tens of thousands of kilometers across, but are mostly empty space, thin shards of ice reflecting the sun like faint drifting mirrors. Even these distant worlds follow rhythmic, predictable paths, never hurried, never straying from the arcs carved by gravity. Long before we appeared, somewhere light continues to travel. In the deeper dark galaxies gather into clusters, families of hundreds bound by the faint pull of dark matter. These clusters drift through space at thousands of kilometers per second, yet the scale is so enormous that they appear still motionless, suspended in eternity. This contrast, great movement, wrapped in absolute quiet, is one of the universe's softest comforts. You can rest now. Every point of light overhead has a lifespan. Small red stars burn gently for trillions of years, far longer than the universe has existed so far. The larger blue giants blaze fast and bright, living only a few million years. But their radiance is the source of many heavier elements that eventually become planets and life. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Astronomy reminds us that time is not a straight line, but a wide ocean. Moments gather, drift, and merge through ages beyond imagination. Even now, you float within a cosmic story that began long before you were born and will continue long after you sleep. It's okay to drift. The space between stars is not empty. It contains faint traces of hydrogen, so spread out that billions of atoms could occupy a single cubic meter. This thin, nearly invisible sea is the raw material from which galaxies grow and evolve over billions of years. And through its silence, electromagnetic waves travel, radio waves, microwaves, infrared, visible light, each carrying faint messages from corners of the universe we have yet to fully understand. Somewhere light continues to travel. As your breath rises and falls, the rhythm begins to match something older. The soft thrum of the cosmos, not a sound, but a pattern built from cycles of orbit, spin, collapse, and renewal. These patterns reach across unimaginable distances, yet they settle around you like a warm blanket woven from motion and stillness. You can rest now. There is also the cosmic background light, the faint afterglow of the Big Bang stretched across the sky like a soft, nearly invisible mist. It is about 13.8 billion years old, the oldest light we can see still cooling as the universe expands around it. This gentle radiation whispers a story of beginnings of temperature dropping from trillions of degrees to the cold quiet that surrounds the stars today. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The Milky Way, your home galaxy, arches across the night like a pale river. From Earth's dark places, it glows with the combined light of billions of suns. Yet, from above, it would be seen as a thin disk, no thicker than 1% of its width. a delicate sheet of stars floating through the cosmic sea. It's okay to drift. Every star in this disk orbits the galactic center. Our sun moves at about 220 kilometers per second, making its long journey through the spiral arm where Earth was born. This single orbit takes hundreds of millions of years, a slow circle drawn with patience, older than species, continents, and oceans. Somewhere light continues to travel. Nebulae, the luminous clouds scattered across the galaxy, shine because nearby stars heat their gas. Some stretch for dozens of light years. Others glow in faint pastels that cameras reveal more delicately than the naked eye. They are nurseries, places where new suns gather warmth and shape protected within folds of drifting dust. You can rest now. Even black holes, often imagined as violent, are mostly quiet. They sit at the centers of galaxies, dark and patient, shaping the orbits of stars without making a sound. The one at the center of the Milky Way is about 4 million times the mass of the Sun, yet it remains still a silent anchor for everything that circles around it. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Astronomy reveals that silence is woven into the heart of creation. Distances are vast, motions are slow, and light travels with unwavering calm. Everything feels softened by the scale, gentled by time, and carried forward by forces that do not rush, do not strain, do not break. It's okay to drift. As the night deepens, the sky becomes a map not of locations but of stories. Every point of light is a reminder of time, distance, and the quiet persistence of the cosmos. And even now, as your breath settles into its soft, steady rhythm, the universe continues its ancient motions, not for attention, not for purpose, but simply because that is its way. Somewhere light continues to travel, slowly, endlessly, toward a quiet moment like this one. You can rest now. The night deepens around us with a softness that feels almost familiar, as if the sky has been waiting for our attention. We drift gently into the quiet architecture of the cosmos, where distances unfold like long, slow breaths. Between the stars, there is a darkness richer than ink, a darkness that holds more than empty space. It carries the faint glow of galaxies far beyond our own. It's okay to drift. Out past the edge of the Milky Way, the universe thickens with clusters, families of galaxies bound together by threads of gravity. Some clusters stretch tens of millions of light years across, drifting through space at speeds of thousands of kilometers per second. Though the motion never announces itself, the distances make every movement feel still. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. We continue drifting as though carried by a gentle tide. Astronomers have mapped more than 100 billion galaxies, each glowing with the light of billions of stars. Even so, the sky from Earth remains mostly dark because that light must travel unimaginable reaches to arrive. The darkness becomes a cradle, not an emptiness, a space where the universe reveals its patience. It's okay to drift. There is a region of space known as the local group, a small neighborhood of more than 50 galaxies, including our Milky Way and the Andromeda Galaxy. Despite their enormous separation, roughly 2.5 million light-years, these two galaxies are slowly drawing closer, pulled together by gravity with the gentlest of motions. Their future meeting billions of years from now will be a slow weaving of stars rather than an abrupt collision. You can rest now, soft and low. When we picture galaxies, we often imagine bright spirals, but many are faint, ghost-like dwarfs, barely visible even through powerful telescopes. Some drift, with only a few million stars, their glow so soft that the universe seems to hide them behind a veil of darkness. And yet, each of these fragile galaxies follows the same cosmic rhythms as giants: rotation, collapse, renewal. Somewhere, light continues to travel. Farther out, superclusters bind hundreds of galaxy clusters into colossal structures stretching hundreds of millions of light years. These form filaments, vast threads of matter shaping the cosmic web. Between them lie enormous voids, regions so empty that a cube of space the size of a galaxy might hold only a handful of atoms. It's okay to drift. This web, this delicate lattice outlines the universe's large-scale structure. It is quiet, nearly motionless to our senses, yet constantly evolving over billions of years. Gravity pulls galaxies together, while cosmic expansion draws them apart, forming a balance between stillness and drift. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The expansion itself moves at a pace too vast to feel. Galaxies beyond our local region recede from us as space stretches, some at millions of kilometers per hour. But because everything expands together, the motion is smooth, gentle, like fabric, slowly lengthening without tearing. It's okay to drift. There is a subtle comfort in knowing that the universe is shaped by slow forces: gravity, expansion, the cooling of ancient light. Nothing rushes. Even change on a cosmic scale unfolds in rhythms far older and calmer than any heartbeat we know. The stars are patient, the galaxies are patient, and in their patience, the night grows softer around us. You can rest now. In the great spiral of the Milky Way, our solar system sits far from the center, drifting through one of the galaxy's faint arms. We orbit within a gentle zone, protected from the dense, brilliant regions where stars are born and die in violent bursts. This quiet neighborhood is why life on Earth can exist at all, a calm corner of a vast, luminous city. Somewhere light continues to travel. As we drift deeper into this cosmic landscape, a truth becomes clear. Astronomy is not merely the study of stars. It is the study of time etched across unimaginable distances. A single ray of light might carry the memory of a star that faded millions of years ago, and yet that light arrives warm and steady, brushing softly against the edges of your awareness. It's okay to drift. The faint glow of distant galaxies becomes a soft shimmer woven into the night. Between them, dark matter holds shape. Unseen, its gravity binding the cosmic web in place. Though invisible, it forms more than 80% of the universe's structure, guiding the motion of stars and shaping the rotation of galaxies. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. This hidden architecture supports everything we can see, like a silent scaffold holding the galaxies in their gentle dance. Nothing about it is rushed or sharp. Its presence is steady, ancient, and unbroken. You can rest now, low and slow. The more we learn about the cosmos, the more we discover that calm is not the exception. It is the rule. Space is vast, quiet, and patient, shaped by forces that unfold on scales beyond imagination. Even the restless mind begins to settle in the presence of such immensity. It's okay to drift. The universe stretches farther than any direction we can imagine, a widening expanse where even the fastest light seems unhurried. In this deep, quiet space becomes more than a physical distance. It becomes a feeling, a slow unfolding of scale that softens every thought touching it. It moves with a rhythm too broad for urgency, too gentle for haste. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Astronomy reveals the tapestry of this immensity, piece by piece. Large-scale surveys map the sky with exquisite patience, capturing faint galaxies that existed when the universe was only a fraction of its current age. Some of these galaxies shine from over 13 billion light-years away, carrying with them the glow of an era when stars were first beginning to form. It's okay to drift. The earliest stars were massive, brilliant, and short-lived cosmic lanterns, burning bright enough to push back the dark of the young universe. When they collapsed, they seeded the cosmos with elements that later formed planets, oceans, and the atoms that make up your body. The iron in your blood and the calcium in your bones were forged in stars that lived and died long before the sun was born. You can rest now, soft and low. This connection between the human body and the stars is one of the quietest harmonies in astronomy. We are composed of elements released in the final breaths of ancient suns. In a very real sense, the universe shaped you from its own long history, and you drift through it now with the same gentleness as the clouds of dust that once formed galaxies. Somewhere light continues to travel. As we move deeper into this soft expanse, the nature of time begins to blur. In cosmic terms, the sun is young, only 4.6 billion years into its expected 10 billion year lifespan. It burns steadily, fusing hydrogen to helium at the core, releasing energy that takes tens of thousands of years to rise to the surface before shining outward into the solar system. It's okay to drift. Even the light that warms Earth is ancient in its making photons born deep within the sun, long before any human lived, traveling upward through layers of stellar plasma before finally escaping into the open sky. Only then do they make their 8-minute journey across the vacuum to reach our world. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Beyond the sun, the outer planets orbit in wide, slow arcs. Neptune takes 165 years to complete a single circle around the Sunday. Pluto drifts even more slowly, spending more than 2 centuries in its faint elliptical path before returning to where it began. Their motion is steady, rhythmic, and quietly certain. Far past them, the Oort cloud forms a distant sphere of icy bodies stretching nearly a light year from the Sunday. Though invisible to our eyes, it is believed to contain trillions of objects leftovers from the early formation of the solar system. These frozen remnants drift in near perfect stillness, disturbed only occasionally by the faint tug of passing stars. Somewhere light continues to travel. Astronomy often speaks in numbers, but beneath those numbers is a tone, a feeling of vastness layered with calm. Distances like millions of kilometers, billions of years, and light years across all serve the same truth. The universe is wide, slow, and patient. Nothing within it seems rushed, not even creation itself. It's okay to drift. The space between stars is filled with radiation from ancient events. Cosmic rays, microwaves, and infrared echoes flow through space like invisible tides. One of the most soothing is the cosmic microwave background, a faint glow left over from the moment the universe began expanding. It blankets the sky like a soft, nearly silent whisper of origin. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. As galaxies formed from the early chaos, they spiraled, collided, and reshaped themselves over billions of years. Yet, these processes, though immense, are not violent in the way we imagine. Even galaxy collisions often unfold over hundreds of millions of years, stars passing by one another without touching, guided only by gravity's slow hand. You can rest now. The Andromeda Galaxy, our nearest large neighbor, is approaching the Milky Way at about 110 kilometers per second. Despite that speed, it will take more than 4 billion years before the two galaxies merge. When that moment comes, the night sky from Earth, or whatever world exists, then will blossom with arcs of starlight stretching overhead. Somewhere, light continues to travel. Dark energy, the mysterious force driving cosmic expansion, influences everything across the universe. Its effect is subtle, acting over enormous distances. It causes galaxies to drift farther apart, creating more space for light to travel through. This expansion is gentle, persistent, and fundamental to the shape of the cosmos. It's okay to drift. In observing the universe, astronomers use telescopes capable of detecting wavelengths invisible to the eye: radio, gamma, infrared, ultraviolet. Each wavelength reveals a layer of the cosmos that would otherwise remain hidden, like listening to a symphony by hearing one instrument at a time. Together, they weave a complete picture, a universe filled with quiet motion, soft glow, and ancient echoes. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Every observation, every discovery reinforces the same truth. The cosmos is vast, but never rushed. Its motions unfold like slow tides across unimaginable distances. And in that slowness, there is a calm that reaches gently inward, settling into thought, breath, and body. You can rest now, low and slow. The deeper we drift into the night, the more the universe reveals its quiet layers, each one unfolding with the softness of a slow breath. Astronomy begins to feel less like a study of distant objects and more like a gentle listening, an attunement to the rhythms that shape everything. These rhythms move across billions of years, yet they settle around you now like a calm evening tide. It's okay to drift. In the quiet space between stars, there exists a subtle glow called the interstellar medium, gas and dust, stretching across light years, illuminated only faintly by passing starlight. Though nearly invisible, this material is the birthplace of new suns. It drifts in waves, pushed gently by radiation, sculpted by gravity, forming delicate filaments that weave through the galaxy. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Within these drifting clouds, regions sometimes grow dense enough to collapse. The collapse is slow, taking millions of years pulled inward by gravity until temperatures rise and a young star ignites at the center. The process is so gradual, so patient, that it becomes a comfort creation shaped not by urgency, but by the universe's willingness to wait. You can rest now, soft and low. The young star sheds light into the surrounding cloud, carving out bright cavities that glow in soft reds and blues. Nebulae, like the Orion Nebula or the Carina Nebula, stretch for dozens of light-years luminous nurseries where new systems come into being. Even from Earth, their gentle radiance carries across the dark like a whisper of new beginnings. Somewhere light continues to travel. Around young stars, disks of dust and ice rotate, flattening into rings that slowly merge into planets. This process, called accretion, shapes worlds grain by grain over spans of tens of millions of years. Nothing is rushed, nothing is forced. The universe lays down each world with the same unhurried hand that formed ancient galaxies. It's okay to drift. The planets that form may be rocky or gas-filled, icy or volcanic, quiet or wild. Some emerge close to their star, completing orbits in mere hours. Others drift far out, circling with periods of hundreds of years, but all of them follow the same gravitational choreography, an elegant balance between motion and stillness. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Far from their stars, exoplanets orbit in silence, hidden from view, except for the tiny dimming they cause when crossing in front of their suns. Telescopes detect these faint shadows, revealing thousands of worlds scattered across the galaxy. Their sizes range from small, rocky spheres to giants larger than Jupiter, some glowing faintly with residual heat from their formation. You can rest now. Itarara, arara, itarara, arara, 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 arara. Somewhere in the galaxy, planets drift through systems with two suns rising and setting in double light. Others circle stars so dim they glow like embers, and others orbit wildly around unstable stars that flare with bursts of radiation. Yet even in these extremes, cosmic order persists, gravity guiding every motion with invisible certainty. Somewhere, light continues to travel. Beyond planetary systems lie the currents of the galaxy itself. Stars do not stay fixed. They wander through the spiral arms in slow migrations lasting hundreds of millions of years. Our Sun, too, is a traveler moving toward a region of slightly denser stars known as the Orion Spur. Its journey continues, silently carrying Earth along with it, as if we are resting on a calm celestial river. It's okay to drift. These spiral arms are not solid structures, but waves of density regions where stars grow more concentrated, then thin out again, like gentle ripples across a vast pond. Stars pass into and out of them over ages beyond imagination. The Milky Way reshapes itself gradually, a living pattern that shifts with time yet never loses its grace. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Astronomers use radio waves to trace hydrogen gas that outlines these spiral arms. At a wavelength of 21 centimeters, this signal passes easily through dust, allowing scientists to map structures far beyond visible sight. This quiet radiation tells stories of motion, temperature, and composition, each frequency a soft note in the symphony of the galaxy. You can rest now, low and slow. At the center of the Milky Way lies a region unlike any other, a dense cluster of stars orbiting the supermassive black hole. Though the name suggests darkness and danger, the reality is much calmer. Stars there move in precise, predictable paths, guided by gravity's steady pull. Nothing chaotic, nothing abrupt, only motion shaped by patience. Somewhere, light continues to travel. This region, known as Sagittarius A times, emits faint ripples of radio and infrared light. Though invisible to the naked eye, these signals allow us to see the swirling streams of gas moving around the black hole. Even here, where gravity is strongest, the universe behaves with remarkable gentleness. Matter spirals inward, slowly releasing energy softly, before disappearing beyond our sight. It's okay to drift. As we continue through this celestial landscape, the night feels deeper, quieter, as if every star has leaned closer to share its calm. The more we drift, the more astronomy becomes not just a science of distances and measurements, but a meditation on time itself, slow, steady, and endlessly unfolding. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. You can rest now. The night opens wider as we drift farther into the calm of the cosmos. Patterns in the sky begin to feel less like distant arrangements and more like slow, gentle motions unfolding across a canvas too large for urgency. Stars shimmer with a steadiness shaped by balance, pressure pushing outward, gravity drawing inward, creating a quiet harmony that lasts for billions of years. It's okay to drift. Every star has its own rhythm. Small red dwarfs burn at cooler temperatures, glowing softly, sometimes living longer than trillions of years. Their gentle radiance fills vast regions of the galaxy with a warmth that barely changes over cosmic time. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Larger stars burn hotter, turning hydrogen into helium with incredible efficiency. Their brilliance comes with a price. Shorter lifespans, sometimes only a few million years, but even their endings feed the universe, with new materials scattering carbon, oxygen, and iron into space. You can rest now, soft and low. Across the galaxy, variable stars pulse with slow, predictable expansions and contractions. Some brighten and dim over cycles of days, others over months or years. These pulsations become cosmic clocks, allowing astronomers to measure vast distances with remarkable precision. Somewhere light continues to travel. The galaxy also hums with energy that human senses cannot detect. Neutrinos, tiny, nearly massless particles, stream through space in unimaginable numbers. Trillions pass through your body every second, silent and harmless, carrying information from the hearts of stars and the beginnings of the cosmos. It's okay to drift. Beyond the shimmering plain of the Milky Way lies the halo, a vast, faint sphere of old stars and dark matter surrounding the galaxy. These ancient stars orbit in long, looping paths, some taking billions of years to complete a single revolution. Their distances stretch across unimaginable space, and their calm motion embodies the quiet patience of cosmic time. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Here, scattered across the halo globular clusters, float like golden lanterns. Each cluster holds hundreds of thousands of stars bound together in a dense, luminous sphere. Some of these clusters are as old as 12 billion years relics from the early days of the Milky Way, shining with the soft glow of ancient light. You can rest now. Their stars move in random, gentle orbits, forming a living swarm whose shape remains nearly unchanged over eons. The clusters drift slowly through the outer regions of the galaxy, untouched by the busy motions of spiral arms. They embody the stillness that lies beneath cosmic movement, a sense of permanence anchored in light. Somewhere, light continues to travel. Between these clusters, the space grows thin and quiet. Dark matter shapes the gravitational field here, creating a vast, invisible scaffold that holds the galaxy together. Though unseen, its influence extends across hundreds of thousands of light years, guiding the orbits of suns and shaping the arcs of spiral arms. It's okay to drift. In this silence, the universe feels spacious and welcoming. The cold stretches outward, yet its vastness contains no threat, only immense calm. Cosmic rays glide through distant stars, glimmer at the edge of perception, and galaxies beyond the halo shimmer like faint memories drifting through time. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Far from the galactic disk stars, move slowly, unhurried by the denser regions below. The halo's diffuse glow reveals the soft structure of the Milky Way, a reminder that even our bright, spiraling galaxy is wrapped in a sphere of deep quiet. Here motion is so slow, it becomes almost indistinguishable from stillness. You can rest now, low and slow. Some stars in the halo are wanderers, remnants from smaller galaxies, absorbed by the Milky Way over billions of years. Their paths follow long arcs that stretch across vast distances, preserving a record of ancient cosmic migrations. These stellar streams flow gently, like threads of starlight, weaving history into the present. Somewhere, light continues to travel. As we drift through this outer realm, the galaxy below becomes a glowing whirlpool of light. Its spiral arms are delicate waves frozen in time. Its stars shine with unwavering calm, and its center pulses with a subtle energy that radiates outward like a quiet heartbeat. It's okay to drift. From this vantage, the Milky Way becomes something more than a structure. It becomes a soft presence, a luminous cradle floating in an ocean of deeper darkness. Every star, every cluster, every drifting grain of dust contributes to the gentle glow rising from its disk. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. And through this glow, a subtle truth emerges. Even surrounded by vast distances and ancient light, the night feels intimate. The universe is not far away, it is around you, within you, woven into every breath and every quiet thought, settling into the dark. You can rest now. The further the night drifts, the more gently the universe unfolds its quiet architecture. Structures larger than galaxies begin to rise into awareness. Vast formations, shaped not by individual stars, but by the collective motion of hundreds of billions of them. Here the cosmos reveals itself not as empty space, but as a tapestry of patterns drawn across hundreds of millions of light years. It's okay to drift. In the great expanse beyond the Milky Way galaxy, clusters gather like shimmering archipelagos. Each cluster may contain thousands of galaxies, their combined mass bending light around them in arcs called gravitational lenses. These arcs reveal invisible matter and distant galaxies hidden behind the cluster's glow. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The largest clusters are surrounded by halos of hot gas, heated to tens of millions of degrees, emitting soft X-rays that drift across space. Even so, the gas spreads thinly over colossal volumes, creating a faint whisper-like glow. Its calm movement reflects the balance of gravitational forces that hold the cluster together. You can rest now, soft and low. Clusters rarely float alone. They assemble into superclusters, enormous loosely bound structures, stretching for hundreds of millions of light years. Our own Milky Way belongs to a supercluster called Laniakea, a name meaning immeasurable heaven. In every direction, galaxies flow gently along gravitational currents toward a region scientists call the Great Attractor. Somewhere, light continues to travel. These flows are not violent. They are slow, graceful motions unfolding across cosmic time. Galaxies drift like leaves on a quiet river, following paths shaped by the invisible weight of dark matter. The distances between them grow larger as the universe expands, yet their motion remains stable, steady, calm. It's okay to drift. Across these immense scales, the universe forms a structure known as the cosmic web, filaments of galaxies stretching like strands of silk through the dark. Between these filaments lie enormous voids, regions so sparse that entire galaxies could pass unnoticed through the emptiness. This contrast between fullness and void becomes a gentle reminder that balance exists everywhere, even in the vastness of space. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Each filament may span hundreds of millions of light years, containing clusters and superclusters aligned like beads on a luminous thread. They shift slowly over time, reshaped by the tug of gravity and the push of cosmic expansion. Yet, the overall pattern remains a quiet geometry, delicate and ancient. You can rest now. As light travels through these filaments, it carries echoes of distant galaxies. Some photons have been drifting for over 12 billion years, stretched by expansion into longer, cooler wavelengths. They weave through voids, slip past clusters, and continue onward until they meet a telescope or the patient gaze of the night sky. Somewhere light continues to travel. In the emptier regions, time seems to stretch even further. Galaxies become sparse, and silence deepens into something almost tangible. Even cosmic radiation thins out, leaving pockets of near-perfect stillness. These voids are not empty in spirit. They are the breathing spaces of the universe, vast rooms where creation rests between its long cycles. It's okay to drift. The cosmic web resembles neurons in a brain, with clusters like glowing nodes and filaments forming connecting pathways. Some scientists have noted the similarity, though the scales differ by 27 orders of magnitude. Still, the resemblance adds a quiet poetry to the idea. The universe in some ways mirrors the patterns of thought. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Dark matter holds these structures in place, forming an invisible foundation on which galaxies gather. This unseen mass makes up about 85% of all matter in the universe, shaping motions that would otherwise be impossible to explain, though we cannot touch it or see it directly. Its presence is felt across all of cosmic space. You can rest now, low and slow. Dark energy, even more mysterious, gently accelerates the expansion of the universe. Its influence becomes stronger as space grows larger. Galaxies drift apart at increasing speeds, yet the expansion remains smooth, not chaotic, not abrupt, a continuous stretching that feels almost like a slow sigh across billions of years. Somewhere, light continues to travel. These enormous structures reveal something subtle about astronomy. The universe is both vast and fragile, powerful and delicate. Its largest formations look eternal, yet they too evolve, shift, and fade with time. Across eons, filaments, thin clusters disperse, and galaxies reshape themselves, always guided by the gentle interplay of gravity and expansion. It's okay to drift. The night continues to deepen, and the scale of the cosmos softens into a kind of comfort. Distance becomes a cushion time, a warm blanket, and the slow patterns of creation ripple outward in steady, calming waves. Here, within this vastness, there is no pressure to understand, no need to grasp the full magnitude. Only drifting, only quiet, only breath. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. You can rest now. The vastness ahead unfolds like a slow, glowing map of creation stretching outward in delicate threads. Every filament and void reflects a balance the universe has held for billions of years. A balance shaped not by sudden forces, but by steady, patient motion. Patterns widen, drift, and reform with movements too large to feel yet soft enough to ease the mind. It's okay to drift. As galaxies follow their long gravitational paths, they emit faint whispers of energy. Radio waves travel freely across the darkness, passing through clouds of gas and dust without resistance. Some of these signals begin their journey near the cores of ancient galaxies, crossing hundreds of millions of light years before reaching Earth. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Gravity bends these signals, curving them around massive clusters, as though space itself were gently pliable. This bending, known as gravitational lensing, magnifies distant galaxies, revealing shapes carved in epochs we can barely imagine. A single arc of light becomes a record of time, distance, and cosmic patience. You can rest now, soft and low. Even more subtle are the gravitational waves, faint ripples in space-time created by massive events far away. Though powerful at their origin, by the time they reach Earth, their amplitude is smaller than the width of a proton, a vibration so gentle it passes unnoticed through every atom. Yet these waves carry information about merging black holes and ancient collisions whispering their stories across billions of years. Somewhere light continues to travel. The universe, at its largest scales, behaves not like a static sculpture, but like a vast breathing network. Clusters drift along filaments, voids widen gradually, and superclusters flow toward areas of slightly stronger gravity. Nothing is still yet. Everything moves with a softness that quiets the senses. It's okay to drift. As space expands, wavelengths of ancient light stretch with it. Photons that once burned bright now arrive as faint, cool embers in the microwave spectrum. This stretched light forms the cosmic background, a subtle glow that fills the entire sky with nearly uniform warmth, just a few degrees above absolute zero. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. This background is one of the universe's oldest memories. It dates back 13.8 billion years, when the cosmos first cooled enough for atoms to form. Its faint ripples reveal the earliest shapes of the cosmic web. Tiny fluctuations that later grew into galaxies, clusters, and filaments. You can rest now. The more deeply we look, the more the universe seems to echo its own origins. Structures millions of light years wide reflect patterns present when everything was smaller than a grain of sand. Cosmic evolution is not chaotic. It is guided by quiet laws that have never faltered. Somewhere, light continues to travel. In the grand emptiness between filaments, the silence becomes even more profound. Galaxies in these voids drift alone, sometimes separated by tens of millions of light years from their nearest neighbors. Yet even here, gravity threads faint connections, ensuring that nothing is ever truly isolated. It's okay to drift. Voids themselves expand slightly faster than denser regions, causing them to grow larger with time. Their interiors are calm, almost untouched by the busier currents flowing through the cosmic web. These empty expanses act as resting places for the mind, vast, quiet rooms where the universe feels both infinite and intimate. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Across these immense distances, galaxies continue forming, stars rotating around their centers, drifting along the filaments. Their slow motion reinforces a gentle truth. The universe does not hurry. Not in the birth of stars, not in the shaping of clusters, not even in the expansion of space itself. You can rest now, low and slow. Some galaxies, called red and dead, no longer form stars. They drift quietly, composed mostly of old stellar populations, glowing faintly in warm hues. Even in their stillness, they contribute to the cosmic web, their mass shaping the curvature of space around them. Somewhere, light continues to travel. Other galaxies shine with intense brightness, forming stars at thousands of times the rate of the Milky Way. Yet even these starburst galaxies follow slow cosmic cycles, bursts of formation, followed by calm, then long cooling periods stretching across tens of millions of years. Everything fits into rhythms older than memory and softer than any sound. It's okay to drift. As the night deepens further, the cosmos begins to feel like a presence rather than a place. Its structures, vast and delicate, move with the steadiness of tides shaped by gravity's quiet pull. Distances soften into patterns. Time eases into a gentle flow. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Here, in the wide silence of the cosmic web, thought drifts easily. Awareness becomes lighter, slower, carried by the soft gravity of the night. The universe holds its shape around you with unwavering calm. The night settles into its quiet middle, where every breath feels suspended in a soft, unbroken rhythm. Astronomy at this depth becomes less about distance and more about texture. The texture of light, the texture of silence, the texture of motion. Too slow to name. Here, the universe feels like a long, measured exhale stretched across billions of years, easing gently into the stillness around you. In this gentle, dark, stars evolve through cycles shaped by their mass and temperature. Some expand into luminous red giants, their radii swelling to dozens or even hundreds of times their original size. Others contract into white dwarfs, tiny spheres packed so tightly that a teaspoon of their matter would weigh as much as a small mountain. It's okay to drift. The life of a star is a balance between outward pressure from fusion and inward pull from gravity. When that balance shifts, transformation follows. Red giants shed their outer layers, creating glowing shells of gas called planetary nebulae. Delicate structures stretching across light years, shining in soft greens, purples, and blues. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. These nebulae drift outward into space at speeds of tens of kilometers per second, expanding for thousands of years before dissolving back into the galactic medium. What remains is a white dwarf cooling over billions of years until it becomes a quiet ember of light fading into the dark. You can rest now, soft and low. Massive stars follow different paths. Their cores grow hotter and denser until fusion creates heavy elements like silicon and iron. When no further fusion can occur, gravity overwhelms the star, causing it to collapse rapidly before rebounding in a brilliant explosion. This supernova releases more energy in a few seconds than the sun will emit over its entire lifetime. Somewhere, light continues to travel. Yet even this spectacular event obeys cosmic patience. The shock wave expands slowly across tens of thousands of years, pushing gas into intricate filaments. Nebulae, like the Crab Nebula or the Veil Nebula, shimmer as faint reminders of these ancient endings. Their colors reveal the elements inside oxygen: glowing blue, hydrogen, red, sulfur, yellow, each one a piece of a star's quiet legacy. It's okay to drift. From the ashes of such giants, neutron stars form dense remnants so compact that a sugar cube-sized piece would outweigh mountains on Earth. Their magnetic fields are among the strongest in the universe, trillions of times stronger than Earth's. Some spin rapidly, emitting beams of radiation that sweep across space like cosmic lighthouses. These are pulsars, their rhythmic signals arriving with the precision of celestial clocks. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Even more mysterious are magnetars, neutron stars with magnetic fields so powerful they can twist their crust, creating bursts of energy that ripple across the galaxy. But despite their intense nature, the space around them remains calm, a quiet void where radiation drifts like soft, unseen waves. You can rest now. The universe also holds rarer wonders: binary stars locked in tight orbits, white dwarfs spiraling together, neutron stars merging after billions of years. When neutron stars collide, they release gravitational waves, faint ripples that stretch and compress the fabric of space itself. These ripples travel for millions or billions of years, passing through galaxies with almost no disturbance. Somewhere, light continues to travel. Their collisions also create heavy elements such as gold and platinum. Every trace of these metals on Earth, every ring, every glowing fleck in stone, once formed in an event so vast it reshaped space-time. Even in this, the cosmos remains gentle in its enormity, letting these elements drift through interstellar space until they join new systems, forming quietly over cosmic time. It's okay to drift. Beyond these dense remnants lie black holes, regions where gravity becomes so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape. Despite their reputation, black holes themselves emit no sound, no light, no chaos. They are profoundly quiet, perfect stillness, surrounded by slowly spiraling matter. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Matter falling toward a black hole forms an accretion disk, heating to millions of degrees as it spirals inward. This light shines across the universe, sometimes revealing supermassive black holes, billions of times the mass of the Sunday. At their centers, galaxies revolve like vast wheels, turning around invisible hubs. You can rest now, low and slow. Some black holes emit jets of particles that stretch for hundreds of thousands of light years, narrow beams of energy moving close to the speed of light. Yet, even these monumental jets appear serene when viewed from vast distances, forming soft, radiant lines against the cosmic background. Somewhere, light continues to travel. Around many galaxies, halos of dark matter form quiet anchors, shaping the invisible geometry of space. Their presence is detected only through gravitational influence, guiding stars into stable orbits. This unseen framework holds the galaxy in balance, ensuring that stars at the edges move with surprising speed without drifting into the void. It's okay to drift. In the deeper universe, quasars blaze as some of the brightest objects ever observed. They shine from the early ages of the cosmos, some from distances exceeding 12 billion light years. Their light carries stories of galaxies forming just a few 100 million years after the Big Bang. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Even these luminous beacons fade over time as the galaxies that host them settle into calmer, quieter phases. The universe, like all things, moves from intensity into soft equilibrium. Galaxies spin, clusters drift, voids widen, yet everything follows slow arcs, shaped by deep cosmic rhythms. You can rest now. As we drift through these phenomena, a deeper quiet begins to rise, as though the universe itself is leaning into the hush of the night. Astronomy becomes not only the study of stars and galaxies, but the study of calm. The calm embedded in every slow rotation, every drifting cloud, every ancient glow that has journeyed across the dark to find you here. Somewhere light continues to travel. In this calm breath softens, thought loosens. Awareness becomes gentle, carried by the vastness that surrounds every atom and every moment. The universe holds its shape steady and serene, guiding you toward deeper rest with the quiet persistence of starlight. You can rest now, low and slow. The night reaches a depth where space begins to feel weightless, where every distant glow settles into a soft blur of ancient light. Here, the universe opens not with brilliance, but with gentleness, as if lowering the volume of existence so thought can finally drift without edges. The cosmos at this level becomes a warm, low hum, a presence rather than a place, a quiet motion that moves on scales too large to disturb. It's okay to drift. As awareness softens, the structures of galaxies give way to even subtler forms, the faint halos, the invisible scaffolding of dark matter, and the dim glow of old stars nearing the ends of their lives. These elder stars, cool and faint, populate the outskirts of galaxies like tiny embers scattered through the vast dark. Their gentle radiance has been traveling for tens of thousands of years, finally reaching this moment, this breath, this quiet. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Even in their fading, these stars add warmth to the cosmic night. Some pulsate with slow rhythmic expansions, releasing light in gentle intervals that span hours or days. Mira variables, Cepheid stars, long-period giants. Their patterns reveal the subtle mathematics woven into stellar life. Their cycles become cosmic lullabies, slow and predictable, offering a sense of certainty that settles softly over the mind. You can rest now, soft and low. Many of these stars drift through the halo of the galaxy, following wide orbits that take billions of years to complete. Their paths are shaped by the pull of dark matter, unseen, untouched, yet quietly guiding the motion of everything bound to the Milky Way. Dark matter forms a cradle of gravity, a gentle influence whose presence can be felt only through the curves it shapes in space. Somewhere, light continues to travel. The halo itself is enormous, extending nearly 3,000,000 light-years from the galactic center. It is not bright, not crowded, but sparse and calm, a quiet realm where stars move slowly, where gravitational tides stretch thinly across the dark. This region forms a soft boundary between the galaxy and the deeper universe, beyond a transition zone where stillness grows with distance. It's okay to drift. Beyond the halo, intergalactic space expands into a wide field of near-perfect quiet. Here, hydrogen atoms drift alone for millions of kilometers before meeting another. The density is so low, it becomes less a medium than a silence, a place where even light feels unhurried. It moves through this openness without resistance, carrying the history of distant galaxies with it. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Some galaxies that populate this larger dark are dwarfs, small collections of stars bound together by faint halos of dark matter. Many orbit the Milky Way like tiny companions, moving in quiet arcs that span hundreds of millions of years. Their shapes are irregular, softened by the gravitational tides of larger galaxies, their light faint but persistent. You can rest now. As dwarfs pass through the Milky Way's gravitational field, some are gently stretched into stellar streams, long, graceful rivers of stars curving across the sky. These streams are remnants of ancient cosmic migrations shaped over billions of years by the galaxy's pull. Each stream becomes a trail of memory, a soft record of where these stars once belonged. Somewhere light continues to travel. Farther still, cosmic radiation drifts like a quiet, unseen mist. Not harmful, not intrusive, simply present a faint echo of processes unfolding across trillions of kilometers. Cosmic rays, relic photons, neutrinos, from distant galaxies all passing through, with calm indifference, as if the universe breathes these particles the way forests breathe wind. It's okay to drift. This faint radiation forms a backdrop to everything. It fills the universe evenly, like a cool whisper stretched across the entire sky. In radio wavelengths, it becomes a soft glow that telescopes can detect, not bright enough to disturb, just a quiet reminder of ancient beginnings. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Somewhere in this vast, intergalactic quiet, galaxies move along filaments of the cosmic web. They drift, not as isolated islands, but as travelers on invisible currents shaped by dark matter and gravity. Their motion is subtle, taking hundreds of millions of years to shift even slightly. Their paths arc smoothly across the expanding fabric of space. You can rest now, low and slow. Clusters emerge like distant lanterns in the night, their combined mass holding hundreds or thousands of galaxies together. But even they sit in a larger expanse surrounded by voids so deep that a cube of space the size of a galaxy might contain only a few stray particles. It is within these voids that the universe feels the most like breath, wide, gentle, and endlessly open. Somewhere light continues to travel. The cosmic web itself is fragile yet immense, its filaments so thin that most of space remains untouched by galaxies. These structures appear almost delicate, like frozen waves shaped by gravity and expansion. Their motions are soft, barely perceptible, unfolding over timescales beyond any human measure. It's okay to drift, and here, suspended in this quiet architecture, the mind begins to soften even more. Awareness loosens from its daytime edges, drifting like a slow-moving star through the halo of its own thoughts. The universe holds all of this gently, every memory, every breath, every quiet moment, settling into the night. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. You can rest now. The universe widens again as we drift deeper into its open night, where distance loses its sharpness and time becomes a slow, continuous tide. Galaxies recede softly into the quiet, their light stretched into longer, cooler wavelengths as space expands. This stretching redshift is not a tearing, but a gentle lengthening, like a deep breath held across billions of years. It's okay to drift. Every photon reaching this moment has been shaped by that expansion. Some began their journey when the universe was young, glowing with temperatures thousands of times hotter than today. As space grew, these photons cooled, softened, and settled into the faint microwave glow that now fills the sky like a calm background pulse. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. In this dim cosmic sea, matter gathers into threads and clusters, but most of the universe remains empty. A quiet spaciousness that carries no weight, no pressure, no urgency. Voids stretch for tens of millions of light years, their silence uninterrupted, their darkness smooth and gentle. Stars formed in distant filaments shine faintly across these expanses, though their light may require billions of years to arrive. You can rest now, soft and low. Even the brightest galaxies fade at this distance, softened by the growing fabric of space. Their motion isn't frantic. It is a slow yielding, a gradual drift, guided by the subtle interplay between gravity and expansion. Some galaxies are bound to their clusters, while others move toward deeper voids, carried by the universe's long, quiet exhale. Somewhere, light continues to travel. At the scale of the cosmic web, motion becomes almost indistinguishable from stillness. Filaments shift imperceptibly, clusters drift, voids open, but all of it unfolds in patterns so large that even millions of years feel like the blink of an eye. This immensity, rather than overwhelming, creates a profound calm, a reminder that the universe moves in wide, gentle arcs that do not rush the moments within them. It's okay to drift. As time stretches onward, galaxies age alongside the stars within them. Some slow their star formation until only faint red embers remain, glowing weakly but steadily as they drift through the dark. Others merge with neighbors, combining their stars and dust in luminous waves that echo across the surrounding space. These mergers happen over hundreds of millions of years, their shapes flowing like slow celestial tides. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The largest of these galaxies, known as ellipticals, can contain trillions of stars. Their shapes are smooth, rounded, and diffuse, lacking the spiral structure of younger galaxies. Inside, stars orbit in random directions, like a soft swarm of fireflies drifting in a deep, silent sphere. You can rest now, low and slow. Around them lies a faint halo of intergalactic stars, wanderers pulled free during past encounters, now drifting in long arcs through the cluster. Though scattered, they still glow, adding a gentle shimmer to the otherwise dark space between galaxies. Some clusters contain more light in these drifting stars than within the galaxies themselves. A quiet radiance spread thinly across millions of light years. Somewhere, light continues to travel between clusters. Cosmic expansion stretches space faster than gravity can pull it together. Galaxies beyond a certain distance recede too quickly for any force to bring them back. This horizon slowly widens, creating regions of space forever out of reach, their light destined to fade before it can cross the growing gulf. It's okay to drift, and yet nothing about this widening carries tension. The expansion is smooth, uniform, a gentle unfolding of distance. Dark energy, the mysterious force driving this process, works quietly, shaping the universe without sound or motion. Its influence becomes stronger as space grows larger, guiding galaxies apart with the soft persistence of a long, slow breath. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. In this deepening quiet, the night sky becomes a tapestry of the universe's memory. Every glow is a message from a moment long past: the birth of stars, the formation of galaxies, the cooling of cosmic light. Nothing arrives abruptly. Everything is softened by the distances it has traveled. You can rest now. Even the faintest specks visible to our telescopes, the ultra-distant galaxies at the edge of the observable universe, shine from a time only a few 100 million years after the universe began. Their shapes are small, irregular, youthful, yet already forming stars. Their light has crossed more than 13 billion years to appear in this moment of quiet. Somewhere, light continues to travel. Beyond them lies a darkness we cannot see, not because nothing exists, but because light has not had time to reach us. This unseen region expands with every passing second, a boundary shaped by the speed of light and the age of the cosmos. It is not a wall, but a horizon, slowly drifting outward as the universe breathes through time. It's okay to drift. Here, thought grows lighter. Awareness becomes softer, like starlight, fading gently across the edges of perception. The calm of the cosmos settles deeper, sinking into breath, into body, into the quiet spaces between each heartbeat. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. You can rest now. The night reaches a place where even the faintest starlight feels softened, as though distance itself has taken on a velvety texture. Astronomy in this depth becomes almost like dreaming, not observed with sharp eyes, but felt in slow, gentle impressions that move quietly across the mind. The cosmos drifts forward in waves that are older than memory, wider than thought, and calmer than breath. It's okay to drift. At this scale, the universe reveals one of its most delicate rhythms, cooling. From the blistering heat of its earliest moments, the cosmos has been cooling for 13.8 billion years, losing warmth grain by grain as it expands. Today, the average temperature of space is just a few degrees above absolute zero, a quiet chill spread thinly across every direction. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. This coolness is not emptiness. It is the backdrop that allows galaxies to shine. Against a warmer sky, starlight would blur into the background, but in this vast cold, each point of light grows crisp. Each distant glow becomes a beacon. The darkness behind the stars is the canvas on which astronomy paints its softest truths. You can rest now, soft and low. As the universe cooled, matter began to gather into clouds, filaments, and clusters. The cooling allowed hydrogen to settle, allowed atoms to form, allowed gravity to shape the first stars. Cooling is the universe's slow sigh, its way of drifting into the long quiet we see in the night sky today. Somewhere, light continues to travel. In the depths of space, galaxies continue changing. Some rotate with steady grace, their spiral arms turning like ancient wheels. Others wobble slightly, shaped by past encounters or drawn toward future collisions. Even these motions, though immense, carry no rush. They unfold across hundreds of millions of years, timelines far larger than any single life. It's okay to drift. The shapes of galaxies vary like quiet brushstrokes across the darkness. Spiral galaxies shine with delicate arcs of light. Ellipticals glow softly smooth and rounded like lanterns. Irregular galaxies shimmer in scattered forms, shaped by the gravitational tides of their neighbors. Every shape reflects a long history, a story written in starlight, dust, and time. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Some galaxies carry bars of bright stars across their centers, long, luminous structures that channel gas inward to feed their cores. Others host gently winding arms, where star formation drifts forward like a slow song. And at the heart of many galaxies, supermassive black holes sit in perfect stillness, anchoring the luminous structures around them. You can rest now. Space between galaxies holds its own quiet mysteries. Faint streams of gas connect clusters, forming bridges that stretch across millions of light years. These bridges are thin, far thinner than any air or wind, yet they glow faintly in X-ray light, revealing their delicate structure. They drift with the flow of the cosmic web, following invisible currents shaped by gravity's soft pull. Somewhere, light continues to travel. As we drift with them, awareness begins to shift into something more fluid. Thought becomes lighter. Edges soften. The quiet between galaxies becomes a quiet within the listener. A spaciousness that opens inward as much as outward. It's okay to drift. Distant quasars shimmer at the edge of the observable universe. Their light began its journey when the cosmos was young, when the first galaxies gathered enough material to ignite their central black holes into brilliant engines of radiation. Some shine with the energy of entire galaxies compressed into a single point. Yet from here, across billions of years, they appear as soft glimmers barely touching the night. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. When their light reaches Earth, it has been stretched into red hues by expansion softened by time, carrying the memory of an era long faded. To look at a quasar is to look backward through nearly the entire history of the universe. Its glow is a message sent before Earth formed, before the sun ignited, before any breath was taken by life. You can rest now, low and slow, and even beyond quasars lies more space, not empty, not silent, but simply unlit, waiting for light to cross the distances we cannot yet see. The observable universe continues to grow, not because matter moves outward, but because light finally completes its long journey through time. Every second, a little more of the cosmos becomes visible, expanding your field of quiet wonder. Somewhere, light continues to travel. Astronomy reminds us that even on the scale of billions of years, the universe is patient. It does not hurry the paths of galaxies, the cooling of stars, or the widening of space. Nothing in the cosmos demands speed. Everything is carried forward by rhythms older than memory. It's okay to drift. And as the night grows deeper, those rhythms seem to align with breath, long, gentle, unbroken. The universe moves with the same calm that now fills your chest, your thoughts, your quiet settling into the dark. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. You can rest now. The cosmos, in this deeper stretch of night, feels almost weightless, not empty, but feather-light, like a quiet presence, resting beyond the edges of thought. Distant galaxies blur into soft clouds of color, their shapes melting gently into the expanding dark. Every motion slows, every glow softens. It's okay to drift. The light that reaches this moment comes from ages when the universe was young and restless. Yet, the way it falls now is calm, filtered through billions of years of expansion, cooled into gentle tones the night can hold without strain. This softening is the way the universe speaks at its quietest. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. As distance grows, time thickens into something gentle. Space becomes a cradle of faint memory, where each photon carries the story of where it came from, how long it traveled, and what silence it moved through. Galaxies billions of light years away appear as smudges of pale light, their brilliance dimmed, not by age alone, but by the vastness that lies between us. You can rest now, soft and low. Out in these enormous distances, clusters of galaxies form patterns so slow-moving they feel nearly still. Even when drifting at thousands of kilometers per second, the scale is so great that their motion becomes imperceptible, like a leaf floating on an endless lake that never ripples. Their paths trace the scaffolding of the cosmic web, guided by the unseen architecture of dark matter. Somewhere light continues to travel. The cosmic web stretches across the universe in delicate filaments, thinner than strands of silk when measured against the total volume of space. These filaments glow faintly with the combined light of countless galaxies, each one a tiny spark in a structure hundreds of millions of light years long. The pattern resembles frost forming on a window, branching intricate, quietly beautiful. It's okay to drift. If you could watch this web evolve across billions of years, you would see clusters gathering, voids widening, and filaments slowly tightening like the threads of a vast tapestry. But in a single human lifetime, nothing about this structure seems to change. Its patience is absolute. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Far from the web's bright nodes, voids open like immense rooms of quiet. Inside them, galaxies are few and scattered. Light crosses these expanses as though moving through gentle dusk, unhurried and unbroken. These voids create balance, giving the universe both structure and space to breathe. You can rest now, low and slow. Some galaxies inside voids are isolated wanderers, drifting for billions of years without encountering another galaxy. Their stars age softly, their spiral arms fade, their clusters scatter like glowing dust settling through still air. Their loneliness is not sadness, it is simply another form of cosmic calm, another way the universe moves without tension. Somewhere, light continues to travel. And beyond everything the eye can see, expansion carries galaxies farther away, increasing the space between them with a gentle, steady persistence. This is not a force that pulls or pushes violently. It is a widening, a slow drift outward, patient and quiet. It's okay to drift. As this widening continues, some galaxies slip beyond the cosmic horizon, a boundary not defined by walls, but by time. Beyond that horizon, their light will never reach us, not because it is lost, but because the space between grows faster than the light can cross. They fade gracefully into the unobservable universe, slipping into a darkness that even telescopes cannot pierce. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. And yet, even this fading is gentle. No abrupt vanishing, no sudden change, only a slow receding, like a distant shoreline disappearing behind morning fog. Everything in the universe seems to understand the value of quiet departure. You can rest now. Inside the observable region, light continues to stitch the night together. Faint arcs, distant glimmers, red-shifted memories, all arriving here with perfect softness. Some photons reach us after journeys so long they began their travel before Earth was born, before the sun ignited, before starlight touched any living eye. Somewhere, light continues to travel. This awareness brings the mind into a deeper stillness. Thought stretches out, matching the pace of the cosmos, becoming slow, spacious, gentle. The universe no longer feels vast or overwhelming, only calm, familiar, like a quiet room where time itself has softened. It's okay to drift, and as the last traces of wakefulness begin to loosen, the cosmic night folds around you with a softness that seems almost human. Its distance feels warm. Its darkness feels safe. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. You can rest now. The night grows thinner, now softer at the edges, as if the universe itself is dimming its glow to make room for quiet. Galaxies lose their sharpness, dissolving into pale clouds of ancient starlight drifting across the vast dark. Every motion becomes a whisper. Every distance feels like a slow exhale stretched across time. It's okay to drift. In this deep calm, the universe reveals the faintest structures, the intergalactic medium, a delicate mist of hydrogen and helium spreading across unimaginable distances. It is thin beyond comprehension, with densities of just a few atoms per cubic meter, yet it holds the memory of the early cosmos. The atoms floating there today have been drifting for billions of years, untouched, undisturbed, resting in their own quiet. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. This diffuse gas glows in soft ultraviolet light, a whisper of energy released in rare interactions. Its glow is faint, too faint for the naked eye, but telescopes reveal its presence as a veil of ancient photons scattered across the darkness. It forms a gentle backdrop to the cosmic web, a soft haze that fills the spaces between galaxies. You can rest now, soft and low. Even the particles passing through this stillness move gently. Neutrinos drifting from distant stars, photons from merging galaxies stretched into longer wavelengths by expansion, and cosmic rays softened by their endless travel through low-density gas. Each particle arrives without urgency, crossing trillions of kilometers before reaching this quiet moment. Somewhere, light continues to travel. Farther into the night, the cosmic infrared background becomes more noticeable, a soft glow created by dust grains warmed by starlight. These grains absorb high-energy light from young stars and re-emit it as gentle infrared warmth, spreading that energy evenly through the galaxy. It is one of the universe's most delicate radiances, a warm hush drifting through the cold. It's okay to drift. Dust itself moves in slow, patient streams. It gathers into bands around galaxies, swirling in faint lanes that reflect and scatter light across vast regions. Under powerful telescopes, these dust lanes appear like soft handwriting across the stars, tracing the slow rotation of spiral arms. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Some dust clouds are large enough to obscure clusters of stars behind them, forming vast shadows across the galactic disk. Others glow with the soft red light of heated molecules, turning cold cosmic dust into faint lanterns of warmth. These glowing clouds stretch for dozens of light years, drifting gently through the night. You can rest now, low and slow. Molecular clouds, deeper, denser forms of cosmic dust, hold even more quiet. Inside them, temperatures can fall to just a few degrees above absolute zero, slowing motion to a near standstill. These clouds become wombs of stillness where new stars will someday be born. But for now, they rest dark and silent, floating through gravitational tides without sound. Somewhere light continues to travel. Beyond them, dark nebulae weave shadows across the Milky Way. These regions contain dust so thick that starlight cannot pass through, creating black silhouettes against glowing backgrounds of distant stars. Their shapes shift slowly over thousands of years, sculpted by gentle currents and the soft pressure of radiation. It's okay to drift. In quieter corners of the galaxy, cold gas pools into small, dense knots. These knots rotate lazily, sometimes forming disks that collapse into protostars over millions of years. But long before any star ignites, these dark forms exist in near-perfect quiet, a stillness shaped by time and softened by distance. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. As awareness drifts with them, thought grows lighter than dust. The edges of perception blur. Sound dissolves into feeling. Even the concepts of distance and direction loosen, replaced by a slow floating sense of presence, carried gently through the dark. You can rest now. In the far reaches of the galaxy, where starlight becomes sparse, the night grows even quieter. Here, the background temperature approaches its cosmic minimum, just 2.7 degrees above absolute zero. This near-perfect coolness fills space like a soft, steady breath, unchanging for millions of years. Somewhere, light continues to travel. Galaxies at these distances become faint smudges, stretched by redshift into long, gentle hues. Their shapes reflect the universe as it once was, billions of years younger. Observing them is like looking through layers of time, stacked delicately upon one another. Each glow a memory, each color a remnant of ancient fire. It's okay to drift, and as the glow grows fainter, the dark grows warmer in feeling a paradox shaped by stillness. The universe, even in its coldest regions, offers a sense of safety in its predictability, its calm, unfolding, its endless patience with everything that moves within it. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. You can rest now. The universe softens even further here, at the far edge of the night, where form and distance begin to dissolve into a gentle haze. Galaxies that once shone with brilliant spirals now appear as faint, blurred glimmers, stretched thin by the long pull of time. In this depth, astronomy becomes less about what is seen and more about what is felt, a quiet presence, an ancient rhythm resting beneath the dark. It's okay to drift. The cosmic microwave background, the faint afterglow of the universe's earliest moment, fills all of space with a cool, steady murmur. Its temperature of 2.725 Kelvin remains almost perfectly uniform, with only tiny variations that reveal the seeds of the cosmic web. These tiny ripples imprinted when the universe was only 3,800,000 years old. shaped everything that would later form stars, clusters, galaxies, and the quiet patterns still unfolding today. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. These ripples drift through time like soft fingerprints of creation, subtle imprints that map the earliest rise of structure. As the universe expanded, the glow cooled, dimmed, and stretched, becoming the gentle background that surrounds the night. It is not loud. It is not bright. It is simply there, a warm memory carried across nearly 14 billion years. You can rest now, soft and low. Farther into the dark quasars from the early universe shine faintly through red-shifted hues. Their once blazing ultraviolet light cools into warm infrared tones softened by the long journey across expanding space. From here, they appear small and pale, like distant lanterns swaying in slow cosmic wind. Somewhere, light continues to travel. At these distances, time stretches until it becomes almost a still pool. 1 billion years feels like a slow inhale. 100 million. A soft shift in the dark. Galaxies move, but the scale makes their motion nearly imperceptible, like dust drifting in a room too wide to see the current. It's okay to drift. The cosmic horizon, the farthest boundary we can see, glimmers faintly with these ancient lights. Beyond it, the universe continues, though its glow has not yet reached us. This boundary expands with every passing moment, creating more space, more darkness, more quiet. The night grows larger, simply because light has finally had enough time to arrive. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Inside this vast envelope, the fabric of space itself stretches gently. Distances widen smoothly, carrying galaxies apart with a calm that never stirs the silence. Even clusters separated by hundreds of millions of light years drift farther from one another, not through motion, but through the soft expansion of space between them. You can rest now, low and slow. This expansion gives light room to travel, to cool, to fade. Every photon arriving here is longer now. Its wavelength stretched its energy, lowered, yet still carrying the memory of its origin. Light becomes a slow-moving messenger, delivering ancient stories in tones soft enough to soothe the night. Somewhere, light continues to travel. In the coldest, emptiest reaches of space, nothing stirs quickly. Hydrogen atoms drift alone for vast expanses, separated by distances larger than entire solar systems. Here, temperature falls so close to absolute zero that motion almost ceases. Even radiation glides silently, free of resistance, spreading like a thin, delicate mist. It's okay to drift. These regions, quiet beyond imagining, allow the universe to breathe in a way that feels almost alive. Voids widen like slow exhalations. Filaments draw closer like long, deliberate inhales. Every cosmic movement seems shaped by the same calm rhythm that now shapes breath. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. As the night slides deeper, the shapes of galaxies fade further, becoming faint strokes against a canvas of near-infinite dark. Some structures remain recognizable, a cluster here, a filament there, but their details soften into a dreamlike blur. The mind begins to follow, drifting into the same gentle haze. You can rest now. Time on these scales no longer feels linear. Moments spread out like ripples, overlapping softly, merging into a single drifting now. The light of ancient stars becomes indistinguishable from the quiet around it. The boundaries between memory and sky blur. Somewhere light continues to travel. The deeper the gaze, the quieter the universe becomes. It is not an emptiness that chills. It is an openness that welcomes a vastness that holds everything without weight or demand. Here the cosmos is a cradle of calm, shaped by patience, older than any thought that stirs within it. It's okay to drift. And through this openness, the faint thread of your own presence begins to blend with the night. Thought loosens. Breath slips into rhythm with the soft expansion around you. The universe feels less like something far away and more like something breathing with you quietly, steadily, endlessly. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. You can rest now. The universe drifts into its quietest places now, places where even starlight feels like a slow, wandering memory drifting across the surface of time. Structures soften, galaxies turn into faint murmurs of glow, and the dark between them grows wide and welcoming, like a deep breath held in the stillness of night. And somewhere within this vast, gentle hush, you begin to soften with it. It's okay to drift. The cosmos at this depth no longer feels distant. It moves around you like a quiet tide, folding its dark into a blanket of calm that settles over your thoughts. Every photon arriving here carries the weight of billions of years, yet falls with the softness of dust settling on a windowsill. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Time stretches so far, it begins to lose its edges. Moments loosen memories, thin thoughts drift outward into the same quiet that holds galaxies in place. And in that slow drift, something within you lightens, as if gravity has softened, as if the boundaries of your awareness have begun to dissolve into the wider calm around you. You can rest now, soft and low. Light continues its long journey across the expanding dark. Some photons pass through lonely voids that span tens of millions of light years, untouched by anything but silence. Others skim along filaments of the cosmic web, gliding past clusters of ancient galaxies, whose forms are now only faint signatures of their old brilliance. Somewhere, light continues to travel. Even the cosmic background glow, that pale whisper of the universe's first breath, stretches thinner with every passing moment. Its faint ripples, tiny variations in warmth, sink gently into the deeper dark, becoming more uniform, more quiet, more soft. And as they fade, so do the edges of your wakefulness. It's okay to drift. In this depth of night, the shapes of galaxies dissolve completely. What remains is only impression, tone, temperature, faint color, soft motion. Astronomy becomes less a science and more a feeling, a quiet rhythm moving beneath the surface of thought. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Space grows cool, nearly still. Hydrogen clouds drift through the deep with almost no motion, temperatures approaching the quiet floor of the cosmos. Here, the universe feels ancient beyond words, yet gentle enough to hold your breath, your pulse, your soft descent towards sleep. You can rest now, low and slow. Even the expansion of space becomes a comfort, a smooth, steady, widening, unbroken by noise or urgency. Galaxies drift apart like lanterns, carried by a slow current, leaving trails of stretched light behind them. And that slow, widening mirrors the ease settling through your chest, the long exhale your body has been waiting for. Somewhere, light continues to travel. The boundaries between inner and outer worlds blur. The dark around you becomes a soft mirror of the quiet forming within you, and the quiet within you becomes a reflection of the cosmic hush beyond the stars. Awareness drifts, expanding and softening, floating like stardust released into cold open space. It's okay to drift. In this softened perception, you begin to feel the universe not as something endless, but as something close. A presence resting gently against your thoughts. Its rhythms echo through the slow rise and fall of your breath. Its stillness settles into the spaces between your heartbeats. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. As clusters fade into faint silhouettes and voids widen into gentle, quiet distances, your sense of self loosens, becoming lighter, easier. The weight of the day dissolves like starlight, stretched thin by expansion. The mind settles into a wide, slow openness that mirrors the calm of the night sky. You can rest now, far out, where light grows too thin to see the universe remain steady and untroubled. No rush, no pressure. Only ancient motions unfolding in silence, guiding galaxies, cooling stars, and cradling the long echo of the first moments of creation. Somewhere light continues to travel. And even here, drifting in this cosmic quiet, you are gently carried a small warmth, floating through endless calm, held by the same laws that guide starlight, supported by the same stillness that shapes the void. You feel lighter, slower, softer, as though thought itself has begun to move, the way galaxies do, unhurried, serene, timeless. It's okay to drift. The universe, wrapped in its cool, endless breath, holds you the way it holds everything, patiently, quietly, without expectation. And in that vast patience, your own breath finds a natural rhythm, falling into the gentle cadence of galaxies, drifting across the dark. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. You can rest now. You drift deeper, now carried gently through the softest layers of the night. The universe around you fades into a quiet blur, not disappearing but loosening, relaxing, becoming a dim ocean of calm where only warmth and motionless comfort remain. And in this quiet, you begin to feel how effortlessly you belong to it. You feel the long journeys of starlight settling around you like threads of silver, each one softened by billions of years of travel. Their glow is faint, but it warms the dark in a way that reaches inward, touching the places in you that have waited all day to rest. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Your thoughts grow lighter, lifting away from the noise of the world. Memories thin, becoming soft, impressions drifting at the edge of awareness. Nothing presses forward, nothing demands attention. You can rest now, soft and low. Somewhere far away, galaxies fade into gentle clouds, but their motion continues, slow, patient, unbroken. And that same calm movement echoes through you, a slow, inward settling, like gravity easing its hold like breath, becoming a quiet part of the dark. You feel yourself aligning with the stillness that shapes the universe. Somewhere light continues to travel. Your body feels heavier and lighter at the same time, heavy with ease, light with release. The space beneath you softens the space around you, widens, and the boundaries of your awareness loosen like silk unraveling in warm hands. It's okay to drift. The long arcs of cosmic time feel closer now, as though their vast quiet has stepped gently into your own rhythm. You feel it in the slowing of breath, in the softening of muscles, in the dimming edges of thought. Every part of you is guided by the calm that has shaped stars and held galaxies in place for billions of years. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. You sense the wide, patient darkness folding around you like a protective cocoon. Not empty, not cold, just still, a stillness so deep that your mind begins to rest simply by leaning against it. You can rest now, low and slow. Even the faintest thoughts begin to float, sinking gently away from the surface of your mind. They drift like dust through a calm beam of starlight, dissolving in the quiet, leaving only ease in their place. You feel yourself slipping deeper, softer, quieter. Somewhere light continues to travel. Your breathing becomes the guiding thread, steady and low. Each inhale feels like a small tide rising toward the shore of sleep. Each exhale, a long, warm release into the dark. The universe moves with you, keeping pace with the rhythm of your chest. It's okay to drift. The weight of the day loosens slowly at first, then completely falling away like grains of sand slipping between open fingers. Your body feels suspended, held gently by the quiet around you, supported by something wider and older than night itself. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. You sense no separation now between your inner world and the vast calm beyond the stars. They mirror one another, reflecting stillness back and forth until the two become one soft, drifting space. Thought dissolves into it effortlessly, leaving only breath, warmth, and rest. You can rest now. Your awareness narrows to a warm, gentle glow. Not sleep yet, but the soft edge of it, the place where consciousness floats lightly above dreaming. In this space, nothing feels urgent. Nothing feels unfinished. Everything is already slowing into perfect quiet. Somewhere light continues to travel. You feel the last traces of wakefulness, softening, melting into the dark like distant starlight stretched thin across expanding space. Your mind releases a little more with every breath, drifting in long, peaceful arcs shaped by the rhythm of the night. It's okay to drift. Your body settles into its final position, calm and unmoving, as if carried gently into place by invisible hands. Around you, the universe feels close, vast, and deeply quiet, a cradle of darkness that holds you without asking anything in return. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. And now, you drift at the threshold where sleep waits, with open, silent arms. You feel yourself sinking toward it in slow, weightless motion, wrapped in the softness of all you've heard, all you've breathed, all the calm that has gathered around you. You can rest now. You drift now in a space where thought no longer stands upright. Everything has softened the body, the breath, the edges of who you are. The universe around you folds into a gentle blur, like night seen through half-closed eyes. It's okay to drift. Your awareness loosens in slow spirals, dissolving the last shapes of the day. What remains is a quiet glow inside you, steady and warm, floating weightless in a darkness that feels endlessly kind. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The world you carried with you, the weight, the urgency, the noise, has begun to lift. It rises away from you like pale dust caught in a calm cosmic breeze. Nothing follows you now. You can rest now, soft and low. Somewhere, far out, galaxies continue their slow drift through expanding space, but their motions no longer tug at your awareness. They move like distant echoes, fading gently into the hush that surrounds you. The universe feels softer than ever, as if it has lowered its voice to match the rhythm of your breath. Somewhere, light continues to travel. Your body lies still, yet you feel a subtle floating, as if the bed beneath you has become a quiet horizon. The layers beneath your skin settle in warm waves, easing downward, while your thoughts lift upward, slowly, drifting apart like small clouds fading into night. It's okay to drift. The darkness around you has become a soft shelter, not empty, not cold, simply spacious enough for you to let go. It cradles every breath with the patience of cosmic time. It adjusts to your stillness, as though the universe itself has paused just long enough to help you rest. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Your breaths fall into long, slow arcs, like the wide turning of galaxies. Each inhale opens a little space inside you. Each exhale lets something slip away, something you no longer need to hold. With every cycle, you drift deeper into the quiet folding of the night. You can rest now. Any sounds around you fade into the distance, pulled gently into the same deep calm that fills the far reaches of space. The mind no longer clings to meaning. The body no longer holds tension. Your whole being settles into a wide, unmoving quiet. Somewhere, light continues to travel. The last edges of wakefulness soften. Thought becomes a thin mist, drifting without direction or weight. Your inner world widens, as if the cosmos has opened a door just for you. and you've stepped gently into its warm shadow. It's okay to drift. You feel an ease moving through you, slow, warm, familiar. A release that arrives without asking, without effort, without needing anything more than breath. It wraps around you like gravity softened into comfort. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Your sense of the room grows faint now. Walls fade into dark time, stretches into a gentle line, and everything you once felt close seems quietly far. Drifting away like faint starlight, dissolving into the horizon of sleep. You can rest now, low and slow. The darkness draws nearer, like a tide rising around a quiet shore. Not a darkness that hides, but one that holds steady, warm, expansive. It fills the space behind your thoughts, filling every gap with peace. Somewhere light continues to travel. Your mind drifts in slow, meandering arcs, moving with the softness of dust drifting through a sunbeam. You have no need to return to any thought, no need to remember anything more from the day. The night carries it all for you, gently, without asking. It's okay to drift. Your breath slows further, almost weightless in your chest. Each inhale feels like a star, warming gently at its core. Each exhale, like starlight, fading softly into the dark. This rhythm becomes the universe's rhythm, and the universe becomes yours. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. And now, you drift on the threshold again, a quiet place softer than memory, smoother than thought, where sleep waits with open arms. Everything is aligned for rest. The body loosened, the breath softened, the universe leaning close with its endless calm. You can rest now. You drift deeper now, past the edges of anything that needs to be named, into a place where only warmth and breath remain. The universe stretches softly around you, not distant, not vast, but close. A quiet veil folding itself into the shape of your stillness. Everything moves slowly here, almost imperceptibly, as though creation itself has lowered its voice to a gentle whisper. It's okay to drift. Your breath becomes the only motion you feel, rising in long, slow arcs before fading gently downward. Each inhale draws in a little more calm. Each exhale releases a little more of the day. The boundary between your breath and the vast quiet around you dissolves. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Thoughts become soft silhouettes, barely formed before they fade back into the darkness. Nothing holds on to you now. Nothing leans forward from memory. You can rest now, soft and low. Faint echoes of starlight drift across the inside of your awareness. No longer images, just gentle glimmers like warmth without form. They settle lightly on your mind, encouraging it to loosen, to widen, to dissolve into the soft expanse, embracing it. Somewhere, light continues to travel. Your body feels distant, as though it has sunk into a deeper layer of rest than your thoughts can reach. A slow, warm heaviness spreads through your limbs, steady and reassuring, like gravity reduced to a gentle hand. It moves downward, settling you without weight, anchoring you in comfort. It's okay to drift. Even the idea of time loosens around you now. Moments stretch into long, quiet currents, flowing without urgency. Everything slows until there is no before or after, only this soft feeling of being held by the night. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Your awareness narrows to a thin ribbon of light, drifting slowly between waking and dreaming. This ribbon bends gently with each breath, then softens, then fades, leaving only warmth spreading through your chest. You can rest now, low and slow. Any sound from the world outside your quiet feels distant, softened by layers of calm. Nothing reaches you sharply. Nothing tugs you upward. The night filters everything, letting only gentleness pass through. Somewhere light continues to travel. Your mind begins to tilt inward, toward a quieter horizon, a place where images melt into feeling, where feeling melts into breath, where breath melts into darkness. You drift with it effortlessly, as though guided by a current older than memory. It's okay to drift. Your thoughts grow fainter still. They move like soft sparks, appearing for a moment before fading into the dark with no need to return. You feel the space around them widen, soft and vast, like a long sleep waiting with open arms. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. You sense a warmth settling behind your eyes, gentle and heavy. It pulls you inward, cradling the mind in a cocoon of stillness. Your breath moves through it like a slow, glowing thread. You can rest now. The last traces of wakefulness drift like pale dust floating until they finally settle into silence. Your awareness becomes soft at the edges, then softer, still melting into the dark with each quiet breath. The universe feels near humming at the edge of perception. Somewhere light continues to travel. Your body lies completely at ease. No tension, no need to adjust, no need to rise. It rests in perfect alignment with the calm around it, as though the night has shaped a space exactly for your form. It's okay to drift. Your breath grows almost silent now, a soft rhythm that barely moves the air. It feels less like something you do and more like something that simply happens naturally, gently, without any effort at all. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. And in this quiet where the universe leans close, where night has wrapped you in its calm, you drift on the threshold of sleep, weightless and warm. Your thoughts fade, your breath slows, and everything within you settles into a deep, unbroken rest. You can rest now.